Hey guys, this is going to be probably like the easiest video ever of life. So I wanted to show you guys, right now I have my headphones in because my daughter was sleeping. So I went ahead and did my brows and everything off camera. These are the products that I use for my brows. Thank you very much. And to prime and to cut and clean up my brows, I use the P. Louise in shade number 05. So I'm going in with my bronzer. This is the Marc Jacob bronzer. This is the the 102 Tantric Omega bronzer, and I'm literally just taking a fluffy brush. I'm placing this in the crease area. That's where I'm patting on the most product, and then I'm lightly dusting it onto my lid and then also swirling the edges so that it's well blown out. Literally, guys, this is all I used on my eyes, and that was my bronzer. So I didn't even need to use like an eyeshadow palette. So you can use like a cool tone bronzer, a warm tone bronzer, any type of bronzer that you want. This just really helps, you know, pull everything together. So now this portion is optional. I went in with the Jordana, it's like a eyeshadow stick and it's in white. You can use any white, you know, base that you have. And I'm using these loose pigments that I showed you guys that I got as PR from a company that I no longer work with. So yeah, so this is like a neon yellow. There have been a couple of Instagram companies that sell stacked neon pigments. I might list some down below, but you can always just type it in on Instagram and it'll pop up. So I'm just placing that on the center. The only thing I didn't like about this was when I placed the white base, I didn't blend it out. So the pigment stuck to where the white base was. So it didn't blend out like I wanted it to. So these lashes are by Eden Rose and they're in the style Jet Setter. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my face. I'm going to start priming it by using my setting spray. This is by Wet n Wild and it's their cucumber setting spray. And then I'm using the Benefit The Professional Matte Rescue, and I'm just going to place that all over my face using my hands. I do use my hands. And then I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. Shade references will be down in the description box as well as on my Instagram, so make sure that you follow me over there. It's really cool over there, just yeah. So I'm using this Morphe G6 brush. It's a flat top kabuki brush to blend in my foundation. I find that when I use a brush for foundation, I get more coverage, and depending on the opaqueness of the foundation, I might go in with a beauty sponge. So for concealer, I've been loving this combination. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. It's the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch and the Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealer in shade number 15. And when I blend these two together, they just give me like the perfect combo. Like, you know it's good when you start dancing after you've blended out your concealer. So yes, so I went ahead and I blended that out. This combo, my god, like just try it and you'll see what I'm talking about. When you're a makeup artist, sometimes your concoctions, it's like, why isn't this in one concealer? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So for my cream contour, I'm using this Milani contour stick in the shade number 5, which is a little more cool tone than I like, and I'm blending it out with my e.l.f. brush. And then I'm going to also use this, I can't remember what type of brush this is. Oh, it's a Luxie brush. I'm using this angled Luxie brush to contour my nose. That's the only thing I use it for. And yeah, then we're going to go ahead and move on to setting. I'm using the ColourPop setting powder in the shade Banana, and I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to blend this underneath my eyes. I found that I don't really like to bake under my eyes because it does get really dry and crusty really fast and it's not cute. But I do like to bake around my nose because my nose gets significantly oily and it's disgusting and gross. And when you go out in the summertime, don't nobody have time for that. I also like to use it to carve out my contour line and put a little bit on my chin, just because I know I put my hands there a lot. And then I'm going to go back in with my bronzer and I'm going to blend it out on my lower lashes I'm using more of a neutral bronzer, which is why it's like really not like that dark type vibe. But you can use neutral, you could use dark, you could use cool, you could use warm, whatever floats your boat. Then I'm going to tight line my lower lash line with this Swerve eyeliner by ColourPop. And then I'm going to coat my lower lashes with this Sample Makeup Forever mascara in black. Girl, sometimes all you need is the samples. I'm trying to tell you how to save money, save you a buck. To set the rest of my face, I'm going in with this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish because it's going to give me a more dewy look since I did use a dewy foundation, but I do have to set my face, otherwise it's just going to melt off. So I'm dusting off my bake, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of my face, which will be bronzer, blush, and highlight. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the same bronzer I used on my eyes. This is just going to tie everything together and give you that really natural look. Now the lime green in the middle you don't have to do. This is a really good everyday look. So I'm using a bronzer that isn't too warm and isn't too cool. It's just nice and neutral. So it's just going to give me a really nice flush of color so that my face is like sculpted, but not like, oh my gosh, girl, that's too much sculpted. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm using these Benefit Sunbeam. Oh my God, this was a sample that I got 5 years ago and it's just now finishing. So I do think that it's definitely worth it. So going in with my Anastasia blush trio in Peach Love, I'm going in with the shade Miami, and I'm going to place that all over my cheeks. And it makes me think of City Girls. What's the name? Miami. So I'm going to move on to highlight, and I'm using the Amrezy and the ABH collab, and yeah, that's going to be my highlight for today. I had tried a couple of different lip options, but I did end up coming up with a different combination. So hear me out. So right here I went ahead and got dressed, get all cute, got my earrings, and I had to put my turban on because my hair was not done. So I'm going in with my Ruby Kisses liquid lipstick in Oh Boy. You guys know that I like to line my lips, or at least I have been. I've been loving to line my lips with this liquid lipstick. And then for gloss, because I've been feeling the gloss, you know it's summertime, yes girl. So I'm using the Dose of Colors Barely There. I don't know if this is a permanent color, but yeah, that's what I'm using. So if you all like these combinations and you want more details, please make sure to follow me on my social media. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow by sharing my content with your friends and family. Give it a thumbs up if you like videos like this, and until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.